My fellow Nigerians, I am constrained to do this video because of statements made by the Minister of Information of Nigeria, Alhaji Lai Mohammed. Alhaji Lai Mohammed, he was in Kwara today at a town hall meeting, and then he said something, and he said, I'm going to quote his words so that I don't misquote him. He said, such fallacies like the Islamization of Nigeria, the killing of Christians by Muslims. Now, you see, I'm not going to talk about the Islamization of Nigeria because I don't believe it. I don't know about it. Let me just say I don't believe it. I don't know about it. And I don't believe that President Buhari has such an intent. I believe President Buhari is a good man at heart. I believe he has good plans. But for Lai Mohammed to call the killing of Christians by Muslims a fallacy, look, Lai Mohammed is a liar from the pit of hell. And when his parents were naming him, they really gave him the proper name, Lai Mohammed. How can Lai Mohammed open his mouth and say that the killings of Christians by Muslims in Nigeria is a fallacy? Even President Buhari cannot say that. Vice President Oshibajo cannot say that. How can anybody look the camera straight in the face and say that the killing of Christians in Nigeria is a fallacy? How? For what? How? And me, I will sit down and I'll be quiet and allow that to happen? Do you know how many Christians have been killed in Nigeria? Now, this is not to say that ordinary Muslims in Nigeria are just going about killing Christians. No. My own mother's brother is a Muslim, Alhaji Mabadeje. He lives in Akoka. He is a popular man in Akoka. My mother's elder brother, Professor Mabadeje, he retired from Unilag. He was a lecturer at the School of Medicine. Go, this is a popular family. My mother is half Shekiri, she's half Ijebu. So she comes from the family is split between Muslims, and I have a lot of Muslims. My father went for youth corps in Sokoto at the age of 23 and never came back. He stayed there and Muslims promoted him. Shehu Kangiwa, the governor of Sokoto, made my father the youngest director of public prosecutions. General Ibrahim Badamosi Babangida made my father the youngest justice in Nigerian history in 1986. I have a lot to be grateful for Muslims, but there are some extremist Muslims in Nigeria who are killing Christians. And then for the government to wake up and then that Lai Mohammed with that is lying mouth to come and say that the killings of Christians by Muslims in Nigeria is a fallacy, that is a big lie. And President Buhari should sack that man. That man is not representing. Who will believe anything that comes out from the mouth of that man again? You as a Nigerian watching me, do you believe that man? Does the international community believe Lai Mohammed? What nonsense! I say again, what nonsense! In Kaduna State, southern Kaduna, literally hundreds, maybe thousands of Christians have been killed by Muslims. And then Lai Mohammed is saying that the killing of Christians by Muslims is a fallacy. In Agatu, according to the Agatu elders, I have no way of verifying this. The only one I can verify is hundreds. I know that hundreds have been killed. But the Agatu elders said over 6,000 of their people have been killed by Fulani headsmen, Muslims, extremists. And then Lai Mohammed is saying that the killings of Christians by Muslims is a fallacy. In Taraba State, Donga and Bali local government, I have been there. Not another person. I have been there. Muslims have killed Christians. Muslims have killed Christians, massacred them in their hundreds, burnt them, hacked their heads out. Pregnant women hacked their stomachs. The babies were out. If you go and Google it, you will see the pictures there. And this, oh Lord, Father, help me, Lord God, let me use temperate language. And this Lai Mohammed is there saying that it is a fallacy. Lai Mohammed, maybe they should come out. Look, this man, don't provoke people. Don't provoke people. Bridget Agbahime, an evangelist, she was beheaded in Kanu. On Facebook, one of the people that she taught by Sunday school, because she was a Sunday school teacher and later she was in deeper life, he came and gave a testimony on my Facebook wall. Go to my Facebook wall. This was a woman who taught him at Sunday school. She was beheaded. By who? Was it Reno Omokri that went to Kanu to behead her? Who beheaded her? It was radical extremist Muslims in Kanu that beheaded her. After beheading her, they were taking pictures of as they were beheading her. They uploaded the pictures on Facebook. Google it. And then this Lai Mohammed, this liar, Lai Mohammed is coming to say that the killings of Christians by Muslims is a fallacy. Does he think that we are happy? We want to live in peace with Muslims. We want to live in peace with them. We want to live. Go and find out about me. When I was in law school, 1999 to 2000, my name in law school was Dan Arewa, because the northern students, they liked me. They called me Dan Arewa. I used to dress like a northern Alhaji. I used to mix with them because I believed in one Nigeria. I believed in one Nigeria. Go and find out from them. Lale from Kanu. Let me not mention their names. I don't want to embarrass them, but they knew me. I am a nationalist, but I am not going to sit down and accept these lies from Lai Mohammed. Do you know many people? I am from Delta State. The Obi, the king of Ubuluku in Delta State, was hacked to death by Fulani headsmen, radical Islamist terrorists. They put him in the bush. He was there decomposing. Decomposing. Can you imagine that? How many hundreds of people? The only state in Nigeria where Fulani headsmen are not killing people is Ekiti State. And do you know why? Because they have a governor who is alive to his responsibilities. No matter what you say about Ayo Fayose, his people know that he will always protect them. Look at what is happening in Nigeria. In a state like Kaduna, that man, that notorious liar, Nasser El-Rufai, people were being killed in his state and he calls himself a governor. And then he admitted on tape, those tapes are there. If he wants to doubt me, we will play the tapes for the world to hear. He said that his government has identified some of these people and has sent emissaries to go and meet them in Cameroon, in Niger, in Chad, and has paid them money. Pay them money as compensation. Pay them money so that they will stop the killings. What nonsense. Which government does that? Which government does that? How can people be killing? And then you know they are killing, and then you go and meet them. Instead of you to arrest them, you are saying that you are paying them money. If they are out of your country, then you involve Interpol, international police. What nonsense. Are we going to be living like this in our country? Are we going to be made second-class citizens in our own country? You think about it. In my state, my own wife's brother, not another person, my wife's brother was kidnapped by Fulani headsmen, radical Fulani headsmen. Go and investigate it if you think I'm lying. I have suffered it personally in my family, and this liar, this Lai Mohammed is coming to say that Christians are not being killed by Muslims. I'm a pastor. I have a congregation. When we were in Abuja, we were worshiping, we had to have security at the gate. Security, they will frisk you. They have this metal detector. They will frisk you because people were being killed. In Adamawa State, people were meeting at Deeper Life Church. They came with guns, shot people from the window. And who shot them? Was it other Christians that shot them? Since I have been born, I have never heard that Christians have gone to go and raid a mosque, or they have gone to go and raid a place where Muslims are praying. And then look at this man, instead of it to say, okay, we are sorry. As a government, we take responsibility. We are doing all we can to solve this. We are coming to say that such fallacies like the Islamization of Nigeria, the killings of Christians by Muslims. I'm not talking about Islamization of Nigeria here. I don't know about that. I'm not talking about that. I can only talk about what I know. What I know is that Muslims, radical extremist Muslims, are killing Christians. Seriously. Right there in Cuba. Cuba is 15 minutes drive from Aso Rock. Pastor Eunice Elisha was killed after she had finished preaching the word of God. Till today, have they caught the people that killed her? Meanwhile, the man who named his dog Buhari, they have arrested him. He's being tried. He's being prosecuted. He was sent to prison. What nonsense. How can we be living in this country like this? How will we be living in this country like this? And then you there, you are a Christian, you are sitting down there in your church, and then you are doing financial breakthrough, miracles. Your brethren are being killed. Your brethren are being killed. Do you know that if one Muslim is killed by a Christian, one Muslim is killed by a Christian, do you think that there will be peace? Do you think that they will sit down? They love themselves more than we. We don't love ourselves. If not, this rubbish would not have been allowed to take place. Nobody can believe Lai Mohammed. Lai Mohammed is a liar from the pit of hell. I repeat it. Lai Mohammed is a liar from the pit of hell. If he doubts me, let him take me to court. I will open books and I will open facts and I will bring them out for him. I am comfortable. I am a wealthy young man. I have everything that I need. God has blessed me. But everything I count it as dung as long as one Christian is being killed by Muslims in Nigeria. This is nonsense. Utter nonsense. How many people, since President Jonathan left office, who has been convicted for terrorism in Nigeria? The last time anybody was convicted for terrorism in Nigeria was under President Jonathan. Since then, nobody has been convicted. It is like, look, it is almost as if that look, in Nigeria today, go and read the papers. Don't take my word for it. Google it, read the papers. People are being arrested for cattle rustling. The Air Force sent jets to go and be doing reconnaissance, surveillance to catch cattle rustlers. Is it that our government cares more for cattle than for human beings? Is it that our government cares more for cattle than for human beings? Don't sit down. Look, what do I lack in my life? I've just come back from DC, from the National Prayer Breakfast. I stayed at the ultra luxurious Four Seasons Hotel. What do I lack in my life? I wanted to go on pilgrimage. I went on pilgrimage some years ago. My kids are doing very well. I live in this house. I own this house. I did not steal any government money to build this house. But if I die and I go and meet my Creator, what will I tell my Creator? That I was there making money, doing financial breakthrough, doing miracles, and my brethren were being killed. Why did God put me here? Why did God make me articulate? Why did God ensure that I was educated? Why did God put me in the family that I am? And then I will sit down here and that Lai Mohammed, oh Lord help me compose myself. That Lai Mohammed is saying that the killings of Christians by Muslims is a fallacy. What nonsense. Look, we will not take this in Nigeria anymore. And I'm speaking to CAN, the Christian Association of Nigeria. Stop sitting down in your cathedrals. Stop sitting down in your big air-conditioned churches and then be collecting tithes and offerings from your people. Speak out. Speak out. People are being killed. Speak out. Whether they are poor, whether they are wretched, whether they are in Southern Kaduna, whether they are in Benue, whether they are in Agatu, whether they are in Zamfara, whether they are in Jigawa, whether they are in Bornu, whether they are in Karana Moda, whether they are in Saki, in Lamido, wherever they are, as long as they are Christians and they are being killed in the name of Christ, you have a responsibility to speak up. Get up from that your chair. Get up from that your air-conditioned luxury church and go and speak up for your brethren. God bless you.